One moment. I'm sorry, everyone. All right, here we go. All right. The reason why I remembered about YouTube is because anything that you say is being broadcast. And so this is why I tell you not to talk about the facts of your case or any defenses or reasoning that you may have that you are being improperly charged or falsely charged, right? So this is being live streamed, it's being recorded. The DA's office, the solicitor's office, any police department can come back and watch this. So I know it may be tempting to want to speak to me about why you believe certain things are wrong. Don't do it. Save it for a later date. All right. Also, I'm going to go over with you your next court date, which is going to be your preliminary hearing date. That hearing is an evidentiary hearing. If you want to present evidence or you want your attorney to make certain arguments or present some facts about your case, that will be the place to do it. Most of you have a preliminary hearing date of November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. That's if you're charged with a misdemeanor. If you are charged with a felony, your preliminary hearing date will be on November the 21st, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom. All right. If you bond out before your preliminary hearing date, you do not have to appear for that court date. Okay. So if you bond out of jail, you don't have to go to court on the 21st or 22nd of November. All right. You just need to make sure that your information is correct with the sheriff's department and the clerk's office to make sure that you get notified of when your next court date will be sometime down the road in the future. All right. Lastly, you all had an opportunity to fill out application for court-appointed counsel. If you filled it out, then I will review it to make sure that you qualify under the federal guidelines for court-appointed counsel. If you did not fill it out, I can only assume that you want to represent yourself or you have hired your own attorney. If you did not fill out the court-appointed application forms and you have changed your mind and realize that you do want court-appointed counsel, that's fine, but I'm going to have to ask you some questions that is again being broadcast on YouTube and being live streamed. So it may or may not be information that you want everyone else to know, but there's no other way for me to get that information from you. All right. Before I conclude with each one of you individually, you will have an opportunity to ask me a question. However, keep in mind your question should be limited to: what are the charges against me? What is my bond amount? When is my next court date? And whether you want to have a court-appointed attorney or hire your own attorney. If you ask me anything beyond that, I'm probably going to cut you off and not let you ask that question. So don't ask me about evidence against you and any defenses that you may have. As you can see, I've mentioned this several times because I do this and people invariably always ask me the same thing that I said don't do. All right. Also, please do not ask for a recognizance bond, an OR bond, or to have a zero bond amount set. I have reviewed all the cases. I have reviewed the criminal histories. I have reviewed the facts. It's not going to happen. All right. I'm going to assume that everyone has asked me for a signature bond or an OR bond, and it's denied for everyone. All right. Because if you know what an OR bond is, you've probably been through this before and wouldn't qualify anyway. And if you don't know, well, that's a good thing. So please don't get up here and ask me for a signature bond because the answer is going to be no. All right. I believe I'm extremely reasonable, as are all the Clayton County Magistrate Court judges when it involves granting bonds. Okay. So just keep that information in mind and just make sure that if your case is dismissed, you don't cause any trouble while at the jail. We will get this paperwork processed as quickly as possible. It does take time. There are a lot of moving parts. There is myself, there's people at the sheriff's department, there's people in the clerk's office. So just be patient and let everyone do their jobs, and we'll get this process as quickly as possible for you. All right. With that being said, we'll start with the female side and then we'll go over to the male side.
I have the calendar.
Okay, thank you, Miss Mary. We started a little bit early just because Deputy Ricania and his squad had everybody ready.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
All right, Campbell.
All right, good morning, ma'am. Can you tell me your name, please?
Cameron Cowan.
I'm sorry?
Cameron Cowan.
Give me just a second.
Say Campbell.
Hold on one second. Oh, Miss Callens. Okay. All right. I had you in a different stack. I did. I had you after Miss Campbell. All right. Ms. Callens, you were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. That is a misdemeanor. Okay. Looks like the incident date. Do you stay with your mother? Is that correct? Okay, there's a little bit of delay, and I know that you have a mask on, so I don't want you to take it off, but just speak loudly so I can hear you, okay? All right. This incident happened at your mother's house, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and do you still stay there?
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to set a bond in your case. It is going to be $1,000, okay? I am going to put a special condition of your bond to have no violent contact with your mother, Miss Erica Callens, okay? So you heard what I said earlier. You can stay there. You don't have to leave or anything like that, but do not have any violent contact with your mother, which means no screaming, yelling, throwing things, punching things, things of that nature, okay? You are way too young to be coming to jail for some foolishness like this, all right? You don't want to continue coming back. I assume that you enjoy your freedom and being out and doing what you like to do, so make sure you don't come back. Are you currently in school?
Yes.
What school?
Atlanta.
Okay. And are you a full-time student, or do you have a part-time job or full-time job as well?
I have a part-time job.
Okay. All right, very good then. Well, then you're too busy to be getting in trouble, okay? The next court date is going to be on September the 11th, 2022. But if you are, I'm sorry, I think I said that wrong, November the 22nd, 2022. But if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. Do you want to hire your own attorney, or do you want to apply for court-appointed counsel?
Wait, can you repeat yourself?
Yeah, do you want, so you are entitled to have an attorney to represent you on your case. It is a misdemeanor. The maximum penalty for this crime is $1,000 fine and or 12 months in the Clayton County Jail. So because it carries that penalty, you have the right to an attorney if you want one. You can either represent yourself, which I do not advise. You can hire your own attorney, or you can ask the court to appoint an attorney for you if you qualify. So what do you want to do?
I want an attorney.
Okay. Do you want to hire your own, or do you want me to appoint one for you?
So
What's that?
you too.
Okay. All right. All right. So I am going to grant your request and appoint an attorney for you. If you change your mind later on down the road and you want to hire your own attorney, that's fine. Just make sure that they file the appropriate paperwork with the court so that they know that they're going to represent you. Otherwise, someone from most likely Lister and Holt is going to be representing you on your case, okay?
Okay.
All right, so do you have any questions about your case?
No.
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
Campbell. Campbell.
All right, can you state your name for me, please?
Randy Lee Campus.
All right, Ms. Campbell, you were charged with 1 count of loitering and prowling, 1 count of tampering with evidence, 1 count of drug-related objects, and 1 count of obstruction of an officer. They are all misdemeanor charges. I have reviewed the warrant application against you, and I do not find enough evidence against you, so I'm dismissing all the charges against you. Okay. Now, again, it doesn't mean that later on they couldn't bring these charges back, but as of right now, I don't have enough evidence to keep you. So as long as you do not have any other matters in Clayton County or any other facility in the state of Georgia or otherwise, once we get this processed, you'll be free to go. So just don't cause any trouble, mind your P's and Q's, and we'll get this process as quickly as possible, okay? Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, good morning. What's your name, ma'am?
Tasha Fortson Coates.
Okay. Ms. Fortson Coates, you are charged with 1 count of battery family violence, which is a misdemeanor, 1 count of obstruction, they have listed as a felony, 1 count of disorderly conduct, which is a misdemeanor, and 1 count of public drunkenness, which is a misdemeanor. After reviewing the warrant application, I am dismissing the felony obstruction count against you, okay? So that particular charge is being dismissed. On the other charges, I am going to grant a bond. On the battery charge, it's going to be $2,500. On the disorderly conduct, it's going to be $1,500. And on the public drunk, it's going to be $1,000. So your total bond is $5,000, and the felony obstruction charge is being dismissed. Okay. Now, you do have a special condition to have no contact with Willie, W-I-L-L-I-E, Gene or John. I'm not sure how you say it. The spelling of that is J-E-A-N. Okay. You are going to have a preliminary hearing date set at November the 22nd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. That is going to be via Zoom. If you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date, okay? But if you do not bond out, that'll be the next time that you appear for court. You have the right to hire your own attorney or to have a court-appointed attorney. Which one would you like to have?
Court appointed.
Okay, give me just a second. All right, I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
No.
Okay, all right, good luck to you. All right, what's your name, ma'am?
Teresa Gage.
Okay, give me a second, Ms. Gage. All right, Ms. Gage, you are charged with 1 count of aggravated assault, which is a felony, 1 count of cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, which is a misdemeanor, and 1 count of simple battery, family violence, which is a misdemeanor. I have reviewed the evidence and I am dismissing the aggravated assault charge as well as the simple battery charge. There was no victim listed in the warrant, so I don't know who it is you allegedly committed these crimes against. So those charges are dismissed. However, I'm not dismissing the cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, which is a misdemeanor. I am going to grant a bond of $10,000. As a special condition, you're not to have any contact with Sanaya, I believe that's how you say it, right. Now that's one of the victims for the misdemeanor. The other one I understand is a very, very young child. I don't know how to say his or her name, but it's spelled G-Y-O-N-M, right. I'm not going to put a stay away provision from that particular child because I think that they're too young to be away from their mother. I'm assuming that's your child, correct?
My Gianni is my grandson and Sanaya is my granddaughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my grandson and my granddaughter.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, in that case, I am gonna add them. I'm gonna add both of them on there. So let me explain something. Don't have any contact with either one of them until one of two things happens, okay? Either number one, your case is resolved, or number two, another judge changes the bond order and says that you can be around them, okay? Until that time, it may be rough, but do not have any contact with those two grandchildren, okay? You don't have to stay away from an incident location or anything like that. Your next court date is going to be on November the 22nd, 2022, which is the misdemeanor preliminary hearing date because I'm dismissing the felony. You have the right to hire your own attorney or apply for court-appointed attorney. Which one do you want?
A court-appointed attorney.
Okay. All right, well, I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
I need you to repeat what my bond was.
Yes, ma'am, it's 10,000.
Okay.
All right, any other questions?
That's
All right, good luck to you. All right, what's your name?
Levette Irby.
Okay, give me just a moment. All right, Ms. Irby, you are charged with one count of battery, which is a misdemeanor. I am going to grant a bond in this case. The bond is going to be $2,500. Okay. You do have a special condition of your bond to not have any contact with Glennis or Glennis, G-L-I-N-I-S. Last name is Lewis or Louis, L-O-U-I-S. So just do not have any contact with their person. Wherever they are, you go in the opposite direction, okay? And that is going to remain until either your case is resolved or another judge changes that special condition, okay? Your next court date is going to be November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for it. You do have the right to hire your own attorney or apply for court-appointed attorney. Which one would you like to do?
Court appointed.
Okay. All right, I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
No.
All right, good luck to you. All right, what's your name?
Monique Trammer.
Okay, give me just a moment. Let me get that. All right, Ms. Trammer, you were charged with one count of hit and run, which is a misdemeanor offense. I am going to grant a bond in your case. The bond is going to be $2,500. You do not have any special conditions of your bond. The next court date is going to be on November the 22nd at 8:30 via Zoom. But if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. Okay. You do have the right to hire your own attorney or seek court-appointed counsel. What would you like to do?
Court attorney.
I'm sorry?
Court attorney.
Okay. All right, I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case? Okay, all right, good luck to you. All right, what's your name?
Fatima.
Okay. Ma'am, you are charged with one count of battery family violence. It is a misdemeanor, and I am going to grant a bond in your case. The bond is going to be $2,500. You do have a special condition of your bond to not have any contact with Cerisa, Cerisa, Pickett, Pickett. So wherever Miss Pickett is, you can't be, okay? The next court date is going to be on November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that particular court date, all right? You have the right to hire your own attorney or apply for court-appointed attorney. What would you like to do?
Court appointed.
Okay, I will grant that request. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Good luck to you. All right, what's your name then?
Marina Wimbush.
Okay. All right, Ms. Wimbush, you are charged with, let's see here, one count of simple battery. That is a misdemeanor. I am going to grant a bond of $2,500. You do have a special condition of your bond to not have any contact with Malik, M-A-L-I-K, Norfleet, N-O-R-F-L-E-E-T. All right. Your next court date is going to be on November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney or court-appointed counsel. What would you like to do?
Court appointed.
Okay. All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
No.
Okay, all right, good luck to you. All right, that's all the females that I have.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Then Your Honor, before we start on the female side, the male side, did Warren go up as well on the female side?
Warren, give me a second. Let me see. I have
I
Callan,
don't think so.
I believe
Campbell.
Wimbush was the last one who just went up, but I still have one more female, Lauren Warren.
Let me see.
Judges Lauren Warren of theft by taking charge.
It shows, I got an email this morning that she was bonding. She was in bonding. Let me see. I got an email from this morning. Yep, bonding process. That was at 6:03 a.m. this morning from Ms. Harris. So
I was just making sure.
okay. Yeah, she should be processing out.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, sir. Can you tell me your name, please?
Saxton Blake.
All right. Mr. Blake, you are charged with one count of window tint violation, no license, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. All of them are misdemeanor charges. The bond on the window tint is $500. The bond on the license charge is $1,000. And then the bond on the misdemeanor marijuana is $1,500. So your total bond is $3,000 for all of them, okay? Your next court date is November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date, okay? You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or you can apply for court-appointed counsel. Which would you like to do?
Appointed.
Okay. Okay. All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
No.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Finley.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Kevin Finlay.
All right, Mr. Finley, you are charged with one count of battery family violence, which is a misdemeanor, and one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, misdemeanor. I am going to grant a bond on the battery family violence. The bond is going to be $5,000. On the misdemeanor marijuana charge, the bond is $1,500. Your total bond is $6,500. Okay. Now you do have a special condition of your bond to not have any contact with Jason, spelled Jayson, last name Roberts. Okay. So wherever that person is, you cannot be. All right.
Okay.
Other than that, the next court date is going to be on November the 22nd for a preliminary hearing. If you bond out, you do not need to appear for that particular court date. Okay. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or you can apply for court-appointed counsel. What would you like to do?
I refuse.
Okay. So are you going to hire your own attorney, or are you going to represent yourself?
I'm gonna bond out. Is that
Okay.
the same thing as paying the fine?
No, bonding out just means that you get out of jail, and then later on you will have a court date at some point. So at some point you'll either need to figure out whether you want a court-appointed attorney to represent yourself, or you'll need to hire your own. So I'm gonna put down right now, you're gonna represent yourself because you haven't hired anyone and you don't want a court-appointed attorney.
Well,
That can
we'll
change.
change that. We can change that to court appointed.
Okay, well,
Let's do other than that.
all right. Well, then I need to ask you a few questions, okay?
Okay.
Let's see here. I'll write your name on there for you. All right. Are you currently employed?
No,
Okay. Do you have any money in cash or obtainable from any source?
yes.
Okay. Approximately how much?
Right now, at this moment, I have $140.
Okay. Do you own or have any interest in any real estate?
No,
Okay. Do you have a monthly mortgage or rent payment that you make?
no.
Okay.
I'm homeless.
Are you currently married?
No,
Okay. Do you have any children?
no,
All right. Let's see. Have you ever served in the United States military?
no.
Okay, got it. All righty then. Well, then I will grant your request for a court-appointed attorney. If you change your mind at any point, just let the court system know, okay? Do you have any other questions about your case?
Well, I don't have anyone to call. I don't know what to do. Jason's the only person I know. I'm from near South Carolina. I don't know what to do.
I got you. Well, here there's basically two ways that you could bond out. Option number one is you can go directly through the sheriff's department, and I'm sure somebody there can help you out on that process, but basically you would just pay them. Option number two, you would need to go through a bonding company. Now, again, I don't know what the requirements are since you're from out of state. I don't know what they would need in order to bond you out, but I think the jail has a list of bonding companies that are close by that do a lot of work with the Clayton County Jail. So those are the two ways to do it. As far as the logistics of how to do it, you probably need to get with somebody at the sheriff's department because I don't control that. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. All right. Good luck to you.
Freeman,
All right, sir. What's your name?
Jeffrey Freeman.
All right, Mr. Freeman, you are here on one charge of no insurance and one charge of either no license or a suspended license. They're both misdemeanors. I am going to grant a bond for the license charge is $1,500. For the insurance, it's $1,000. So your total bond is $2,500. Okay. Your next court date is November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or you can apply for court-appointed counsel. What do you want to do?
Represent myself.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
you have that right. You can change your mind later on down the road. These are minor charges, but you still can go to jail on them. You know what I mean? So if you want to represent yourself and talk to the solicitor down the road, that's fine. But you might want to consider getting an attorney just because there's consequences later on down the road if you keep getting suspended license. It can eventually be a felony. So, but that's your right. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, good luck to you.
Gage.
All right, sir, what's your name?
Charles Gage.
All right, Mr. Gates. Wait,
G-A-G-E.
G-A-G-E, right? Gage.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any relation to the other person named Gage?
Wife.
I'm sorry?
Wife.
Oh, I see. I had written on your paperwork when I had meant to write on hers. So give me a second. Oh, I see. Well, Mr. Gage, you were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor. I've reviewed the warrant and I don't have enough, and I don't believe there's enough evidence there, so I'm dismissing it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, it doesn't mean that it can't come back later, but I don't believe that your conduct elevated to these charges, so I'm going to dismiss it. So as long as you don't have any charges in Clayton County or anywhere else that would keep you here, if you give us some time, we'll process that paperwork for you and you'll be free to go. All right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Goodman.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Dennis Goodman.
All right, Mr. Goodman, you are charged with 1 count of giving a false name, which is a misdemeanor. Tell you what, I am going to grant a bond of $5,000. Initially, I wasn't going to, just because my understanding is you had other issues in other places, but it is still just a misdemeanor. So I'm gonna grant a bond of $5,000. Your next court date is November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you don't have to go to that court date. You have a right to hire your own attorney or court appointed. What do you want to do?
Wanted to just, it's secret because you see the other issues. I didn't want to see if somehow, I know we're not supposed to talk, I don't have anybody to call and try to bond out right now because the officers took my phone. So it's like I'm kind of just stuck.
I got you. Well, my question to you is, what do you want to work on getting your own attorney, or do you want a court appointed?
If the attorney could help, because I mean, I just gave you guys a fake name. Now you know my name.
I got you. Well, but I'm saying, do you want me to appoint one, or are you going to hire one?
Like, what if I? Yeah.
Okay.
I really don't want one for this, but yeah.
I got you. Probably in your situation, man, it's probably best to get an attorney, and it looks like you qualify for one. So we'll get you an attorney, and they'll once you speak to them, let them help you unravel everything and kind of get you straight. Okay. All right. Do you have any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Good luck to you.
James.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Adam James.
All right, Mr. James, you are charged with 1 count of leaving the scene of an accident and improper lane change. They're both traffic offenses, so they're misdemeanors. On the leaving the scene, it's a $1,500. On the improper lane change is $500. So your total bond is $2,000. Okay. Your next court date is November the 22nd. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney or apply for court appointed counsel. What do you want to do?
Hire my own attorney.
I'm sorry?
Hire my own attorney.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to write that on your application. If you, once you get your attorney, do you already have them, or you're just going to find them once you get out?
I already have it. I already know who I'm going to. Yeah.
What's their name?
Scott Smith.
Okay. All right. I know Mr. Smith very well. Okay, so just make sure that he files the appropriate paperwork for your case, all right? Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, can I access my funds? Because I have it in my property. So can I access it to buy myself out?
I don't have any power whether I say yes or no on that. So that's between you and the sheriff's department. All right, any other questions?
No, that's.
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
King,
All right, what's your name, sir?
That's King.
I'm sorry?
Jasmine King.
Okay, Mr. King, you are charged with 1 count of driving on a suspended or revoked license, which is a misdemeanor, and 1 count of no proof of insurance or no insurance. There is a bond on each charge. On the license charge is $1,500. On the insurance, it's $1,000. So your total bond is $2,500. Your next court date is going to be on November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date, okay? You have the right to hire your own attorney, or you can apply for court-appointed counsel. What do you want to do?
Represent myself.
Okay, that's fine. I know these are, we've had a lot of people just on traffic citations, and they're relatively minor, but as you can see, you can end up incarcerated, and if you continue to get the license charge, it will be a felony on the 5th one. So if you change your mind and want to get an attorney later on down the road, just let the judge that you appear in front of, let them know that that's what you want to do, okay? Do you have any other questions?
So,
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
Leslie,
All right, what's your name, sir?
George Leslie.
All right, Mr. Leslie, you were charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce and having drug-related objects. They're both misdemeanor charges. On the possession of marijuana less than an ounce, the bond is $1,500. On the use or possession of drug-related objects, the bond is $1,000. So your total bond is $2,500. Your next court date is going to be on November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You have the right to have hire your own attorney, or you can apply for court-appointed attorney. What do you want to do?
I'm on.
Okay, do you already have them, or you're going to look for them once you get out?
Look for one.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Just make sure that they file the appropriate paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yep.
All right, good luck to you.
Vari,
All right, what's your name, sir?
Everett.
All right, Mr. Navarrete, you were charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce. That is a misdemeanor. I am going to grant a bond of $1,500. Your next court date is going to be on November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date.
I got a question.
You have the right to hire your own attorney, or apply for court-appointed attorney. What do you want to do?
Court appointed.
Okay. Approximately how much money do you make per month?
I have no idea.
I mean, you working full-time?
I work part-time.
Okay. How old are you?
19.
19, okay. About how many hours a week you work?
40.
I'm sorry?
40 hours.
Okay. And how much do you make per hour?
17.
Okay. So we just do some basic math here. Maybe about, we'll just call it $2,500 a month. All right. Either way, you'll qualify for court-appointed attorney. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
I got a question. I had got arrested for failure to appear, but do I got to pay that too?
That's not for this particular case, so you'll address, is the failure to appear out of Clayton County?
It's for Jonesboro. It's for Jonesboro, Georgia.
Oh, I see. I got you. So, if you bond, so you may have trouble bonding out. I don't know, right? Let's just say you bond out on these charges. You still got the FTA out of Jonesboro. I don't know when they hold court, so they would probably still keep you here because of that FTA. If there's a warrant issued for your arrest, the answer to that question is that the answer is I don't know. So, you know, it's not going to affect. If you post your bond on this one, they're either going to let you go and you need to show up to Jonesboro when they tell you to, or they're going to keep you in the Clayton County Jail until Jonesboro has court and they'll transport you over there. Okay.
I got a question though. They had a fine for it. Like they told me to fine for it in the French.
Oh, well, I don't know, man. Like you got to address that with the city of Jonesboro. I don't have I mean, I'm the county judge, not the city judge. So if you can pay your way out of it, then pay your way out of it. I don't know.
All right, thank you.
All right, no problem. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, good luck.
When
All right, Mr. Nguyen, can you tell me your name, please?
Oh, Việt Nam bị hết mi rồi.
Your Honor,
What's your
before
name?
we left, he said he understands English. So
Do
we
you
might
understand, Mr. Nguyen, do you understand English or no?
Very
Little? Okay. So you have, listen to me, and you tell me if you understand, okay? You have 2 charges, okay? Both of them are misdemeanors. One of them is disorderly conduct, and one of them is being drunk in public, okay? I am going to grant a bond on your case. On the first charge for the disorderly conduct is $1,500. On the public drunkenness charge is $1,000. So your total bond, $2,500, okay? Also, do not go near Tam Tran and Stephen Ross, okay? Your next court date is November the 22nd, but if you are not in jail, you don't have to go there. Did you understand what I just said? Okay. Do you want to hire your own lawyer or do you want me to appoint one for you? Do you want a court-appointed lawyer? Either yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, do you have any questions? Do you want to ask me a question or no? Okay, all right, good luck to you, sir.
North Lee. All right, go 15.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Lee.
All right, Mr. Norfleet, you were charged with 1 count of battery, which is a misdemeanor, and 1 count of theft by taking. On the battery, the bond is going to be $2,500. And on the theft by taking, it's going to be $2,000. So your total bond is going to be $4,500. You do have a special condition to do not have any contact with Renee Wimbush. Wait a minute, didn't?
Yeah, you just went over. Hey, but we work at the same place. So how that
Hold on a
work?
second. Hold on. Give me a second. Well, Usually I catch these things, Mr. Norfleet, and I didn't realize it until I said her name out loud. You know, you heard what I told her. She can't have any contact with you, and you can't have any contact with her. I don't know what y'all's situation is, whether y'all are in a relationship with each other or y'all work together. Don't say it, because again, remember, this is being recorded, okay? So I don't want you to get yourself in trouble in the future. Typically, if the police officer can't figure out who started it, then everybody gets it dismissed sometimes, but I can't make that determination. I have to go with what's in front of me. And so with what's in front of me, there's enough evidence there. As much as I may not like it sometimes, I can't go beyond what my role is. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like it for you. I don't like it for her. But clearly something happened, and y'all both acted out inappropriately, it looks like. So it's going to be difficult. I don't know what y'all are going to do. If y'all do work together or whatever, then the job needs to figure out how to keep y'all two away from each other. Or her lawyer and your lawyer can get together and they can file a motion and figure it out with the court system. But I've got to do what I've got to do. So again, the bond is $4,500. Don't speak to her. Don't go near her, and she can't do the same. She's got the same restrictions against you. Okay. Next court date is November the 22nd. But if you bond out, you don't have to go to that court date. Now, what do you want to do about a lawyer because you didn't fill out your application? You can hire your own, represent yourself, or get a court-appointed attorney.
Actually, I want to get appointed for an attorney.
Okay. Well, you didn't fill out your application. Why not?
Nah, I didn't think about it, really.
No. Not thinking about things is probably why you're here to begin with, Mr. Norfleet.
I didn't want to hear, but I can't speak on that.
You said you are employed, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you make per month approximately?
Like 2,000-3,000.
Okay, we'll put 2,500. That's fine. Do you own any property?
No.
Do you pay rent or have a mortgage payment?
I pay rent.
How much?
It's like 1,200.
Okay. Are you currently married?
No.
Do you have any children?
No.
Okay. Have you ever served in the U.S. military?
No.
Okay. All right. And you do want me to consider you for a court-appointed counsel, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I will grant that request for you. Do you have any other questions about your case?
No.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Palmer.
All right. What's your name?
Oh.
All right. Mr. Palmer, you are charged with 1 count of reckless conduct and 1 count of disorderly conduct. They're both misdemeanors. On the reckless conduct, the bond amount is going to be $3,500. On the disorderly conduct, the bond is going to be $1,500. Your next court date is going to be on November the 22nd. But if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date, okay? You do have the right to hire your own attorney or apply for court-appointed attorney. What do you want to do?
Court-appointed.
Okay. All right, I will do that for you, Mr. Palmer. And I will say that, listen, I approve of everyone exercising their rights and taking advantages of all the privileges that we have in this country, but you have to be a bit more responsible with how you exercise your rights. All right. Obviously, I don't know the full story, but just make sure that you exercise your rights in a very safe manner so you don't end up back here. Okay.
It wasn't my intentions on being here. I was trying to make it known to my daughter.
I understand. I get it. But I'm sure a lot of people don't have the intentions of being there, but Here we are, right? Do you have any questions about your case? Okay, all right, good luck to you, sir. Please don't come back.
Rivers.
All right, sir, you were charged with one count of, what's your name? All right, Mr. Rivers, you're charged with one count of unlawful conduct during a 911 call. I'm dismissing that charge against you, Mr. Rivers. The allegations against you are that you probably shouldn't have been doing what you were doing, and you were probably, being annoying, but I don't think it rises to the level of what the statute says. So I'm dismissing the charges against you. Doesn't mean that they can't bring it back later on, but I would caution you to take this as a learning lesson, because you're too old to be here for some foolishness like this, sir. So just keep that in mind. As long as you don't have any charges in Clayton County or somewhere else, you'll be free to go once we get this process, and please don't come back.
I had no, I didn't have a warrant, sir. I didn't have.
It's okay. Listen. You don't have to explain yourself.
It's absurd that I'm really here. Yes, sir. No problem. Yes, sir.
Mr. Rivers, don't talk yourself into getting a warrant.
Okay,
Don't do that. Okay. I'm giving you good news. What I'm telling you is sometimes it's best to just leave things alone instead of keep trying to push the issue. All right. Whether it be here or somewhere else. So as long as you just relax and chill, you'll be good to go. Do you have any questions?
No, sir. I do not.
All right. Good luck. Don't let me see you back here.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Province.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Peter Robbins.
All right. Mr. Robbins, you were charged with one count of looks like simple battery, which is a misdemeanor. I am going to grant a bond of $2,500. You're not to have any contact with Kana Robbins. That's your sister, correct?
Yes.
Do y'all live at the same residence?
I'm currently in college, so I live in Savannah now, so no.
Okay, all right, very good. What school are you at in Savannah?
Savannah State.
Okay, very good. What year?
I graduated in May.
You graduate this coming up May?
Yeah.
Okay, well, man, you're seems like you're on the right path. You're too young and too smart to be here for something like this. So, as it stands right now, just don't have any contact with your younger sister. Let things cool down and let your lawyer handle the situation, and you can talk to them. And I think it'll probably work out as long as you don't get yourself in any more trouble. Stay in school, graduate, show everybody that you can do the right thing and make something with your life. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on November the 22nd, but if you bond out, then you don't have to appear for that court date. All right. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
You can appoint one.
Okay. I didn't know if there was a delay or what, but that's what I was waiting on. Okay. All right. I will do that for you. At a certain now, make sure that your information is correct with the clerk's office so you don't miss any mail or anything like that. Make sure that the address that you give is one that if mail goes there, somebody's going to let you know, because later on down the road, you're going to get some type of information from the solicitor's office. Do you have any questions about your case? Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Don't come back.
Webb.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Will.
All right, Mr. Webb. Oh, yeah. Two different incidents. So you were charged with 1 count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, warrant ending in 066, misdemeanor. The bond is going to be $1,500. Another count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, warrant ending in 067. The bond is going to be $2,500. 1 count of no tail lights, misdemeanor, warrant ending in 068. The bond is $500. Completely separate count of misdemeanor marijuana, warrant ending in 069. The bond is going to be $1,500. And then crossing the guard line, which is the only felony count, warrant ending in 070. Mr. Webb, I was a DA for almost 4 years, and I've always waited for this opportunity. I'm dismissing that felony count against you. It doesn't. Hold on, come back. It's not. Like
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Listen. This isn't like a Maury, you're not the father moment, man. But the reason why is because I assume that you were dragged across the guard line. You didn't walk in there with it. They made you. So it's a ridiculous charge, and I wish the state would get rid of it. But here we are. I'm dismissing it because that's insane. Now, you still have all the other charges, and your total bond is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. If I did my math correct, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your total bond is $6,000 on all the other charges. Okay. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can review your application for court appointed. What do you want to do?
I want a court appointed, and I was finna say I got my bond. I got the bond money on my property. I got about $800 on my property right now. I could really bond it up.
Well, so if you go through the sheriff's department directly, my recollection is you have to pay the whole thing up front. If you go through a bonding company, it's 10 to 20%, give or take. Okay.
Okay, so I have another question.
Hold on. I know you're excited, and I appreciate the enthusiasm, but let me get through what I need to get through, okay? All right. So I've approved you for court-appointed attorney. I've told you your court date is November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear. I've given you your bond amount, and all right. What's your question?
So there's no phones working in the jail, so how would I be able to contact anybody?
I am not tech support. I'm just the judge. I don't know.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
All right. Good luck to you. All right. What's your name, sir?
Alexander Wilson.
All right. Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, you're charged with driving without a valid license. It is a misdemeanor. The bond is $1,000. Your next court date is November the 22nd, but if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney or to apply for court-appointed attorney. What do you want to do?
Court attorney.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. That's all I have.
That's gonna be the last man.
All righty. Do you know if the female, has she been sent back to get processed out?
Which one? Warren? Your Honor.
Yeah, Rakina, it is Warren.
I got the same email as well that she was processing out, but I didn't, before we began, I didn't know which one it was. I forgot the name.
Oh, okay. Well then we should be good then.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good rest of your weekend. All right.
Thank you, Judge Nagel. I got the calendar.
Okay. All right. If you need anything, feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email.
I will.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good rest of your weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.